right, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. Thanks. All right, man, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Breakdown prediction. Anthony Dirrell taking on David Benavidez for Anthony Dirrell's super middleweight WBC title. Now, this fight was supposed to happen a few years ago, all right? And I think Badu Jack vacated the belt. He moved up. They ordered Dirrell to take on Benavidez. Long story short, I ran into Dirrell. I was on the same flight to New York with Dirrell for the Triple G Danny Jacobs fight. I asked him about fighting Callum Smith. He was supposed to fight Callum Smith for the belt in L.A. His team tried to switch it to Flint. Then Callum Smith dropped out because Dirrell didn't want to enter the World Boxing Little Series. So Callum Smith entered it with the Diamond Belt or something, fought for the Diamond Belt or whatever. Then they ordered Dirrell and Benavidez down the line. I had an interview with his coach, Javon Sugar Hill, and Crunk, and it sounded like it was a goal then. Then, long story short, Dirrell getting injured. Benavidez fight Garville. I felt that he lost the fight versus Garville by a point, but it was close. And I don't have a problem with him edging it out. Then he beat the crap out of Garville in the rematch. Dirrell, he barely edged Yadrin Uterman, which most people thought Dirrell should have blew Uterman out since Eubanks did. It was a close fight. It was stopped on cuts, went to the cards. Dirrell edged it out. He was the house fighter. Now, Uterman is the mandatory for this winner because of the controversial decision. And now we here. Okay. Dirrell, the champion, is 33, 1 loss, 1 draw. His loss came to Badu Jack. I remember watching that fight. Badu Jack clearly won. His draw came to Saki Obika 2 fights before that. In the first fight, I felt that he beat Saki Obika. Then he avenged that loss to draw to Saki Obika next. Other than that, he got 24 knockouts. He's the younger brother, I think, of Andre Dirrell. I think he's the younger. 6'2", 74.5-inch reach. But I don't know if they got his height right. They got Benavidez at 6'1.5". Benavidez look around 2 inches taller. He only 22 years old, so he's still growing. So he look about 6'3", 6'3.5". So he got a height advantage in Benavidez. He got 77-inch arms. He's 21-0, no draws, 18 knockouts. His last knockout came on in March over Jalen Love on the Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia card. 2 fights before that, a unanimous decision before that versus Garville. In the first fight, he won the WBC belt. It was a split decision. So, he doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight. Let's talk about it. Strengths and weaknesses. Start off with the challenger, Benavidez. And also, this was Benavidez's belt. But Benavidez had an adverse test for cocaine, and he became champion in recess. That's why he's getting a shot before Uterman. So, really, it's Benavidez's belt. But yeah, Benavidez is one of the best counterpunchers in the game. That's his huge strength. Nasty, aggressive, good hand speed, and just his tenacity, his gangster. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of these dudes, they nice. They want to be friends. It's the AAU unification in boxing. Everybody grew up in the amateur. I coached you. I love you. And all that other stuff. Benavidez don't like nobody. Benavidez, him and his brother Jose, they tough. They rough. I like it. They rugged. They gangster. They don't want to be friends. They want to beat you up. And then they want to beat you up some more. So his gangster, his nastiness, his aggressiveness, his tenacity, his power, his speed, his youth, you know what I'm saying, is all huge strength. He got the fresher legs. He got the fresher skin. Not that much scar tissue on him. Younger. Phenomenal hand speed. Phenomenal combination punching. Really good left hook. Really good right hand. Really good uppercut. And you know what I'm saying? He one of my favorite boxers to watch. Like I said, I critique him because he's young and I know he still got a lot to get better at. And I just keep it 100. That's all it is. No fighter is perfect. All right. But, he on his way to being, I think, a possible all-time great if he keep his head out the streets and keep his head in his boxing room, in the boxing ring, unlike his brother. But, and people forget this dude used to be 300-something pounds. That's kind of why he kind of moved the way he do, like a big fella in the ring. So naturally, he got a nice frame to grow into. You never know. This kid might go up to heavyweight one day. You know what I'm saying? Look at his frame. He's still growing. He about 6'3" here. He only 22. So, at the end of the day, he won't be 23 till after this fight, December 17th. So, shout out to Benavidez. He a badass. But Anthony Dirrell, he from Flint. I'm from Detroit. So, shout out to him. Good fighter. Colossal Sports TV talk to his brother all the time. He don't have his brother's twitchiness, especially with the legs. You know what I'm saying? But good power. One thing about him not having necessarily leg speed, his brother, one of his strengths is he in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez get reckless with them combinations. Dirrell will punch with you. Really good counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? Strong puncher. You know what I'm saying? Good hand speed. Good punching power. And he a dog. He another dog. You got a, gangster, you got a dog. You know what? And he ain't never been stopped, neither. I'm not sure if he been dropped. I can't really remember. But he a plotter. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna be hard to find for Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So look, I think you won't see some knockdowns. And I think eventually you will see a knockout. But weaknesses, Dirrell, leg, he don't have a lot. He not mobile with his legs. I think at this stage of his career, 34 years old, he's 12 years, Benavidez senior. He don't really have legs like he once did. Don't forget, he beat cancer as well as Danny Jacobs. He don't really have the legs to get on to really exploit some of Benavidez's weaknesses. But we'll see. Maybe he worked on his legs. But at the end of the day, he really not fleet of foot. He do move his head a little bit, but at the end of the day, wear and tear. He older. He seem to be He fight in spots. He don't put 3 minutes together. So at the end of the day, he look for a rest. You get on the ropes, he'll cover up, and he just move when he got to move. He just older. Don't have a foot movement. Not necessarily a big head mover. Which he could be like his brother once was. But just the scar tissues, the wars, the lack of leg movement, not having the stamina or fighting in spurts. Those are all weaknesses from Dirrell that I see. And you get an opportunity to outwork him as well too. He ain't as active with his hands as probably was 10 years ago or when he was younger. And he not as twitchy as his brother is though. But you know what? He more stationary. He more prone to punch with you and catch you in between combinations, which would be dangerous for Benavidez. Now Benavidez, he don't have great foot movement neither. He cut the ring off pretty well, but he don't really move as well. You got an opportunity if Dirrell can use his movement just enough to expose some of the waddling that Benavidez do around the ring. He not always on balance. He don't have great foot movement. He can be outboxing, outmaneuvered. You know what I'm saying? Also, he don't have experience. He ain't been, I believe he been 12 once versus Garville. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken. So at the end of the day, he tended in the first Garville fight to get tired, but Dirrell fight at a pace. But just experience for him. Sometimes he throw out punches out of position. Sometimes he throw reckless uppercuts, reckless right hand. Sometimes he throw reckless counter punches. So sometimes you can catch him out of position too. He get a little reckless. He young. He been on the canvas. He don't have a lot of experience going deep into deep water. So all those are inexperience from Benavidez. I think this fight may steal the show. I think a lot of people called Anthony Dirrell out after his last performance versus Uterman. But the difference is Benavidez is not just going to be able to walk through Dirrell, because Dirrell will punch with him is the problem. And for combination punchers, somebody that is sitting in the lion's mouth and punch with you is very, very dangerous, because while you punching and they punching with you in between your combination, the punch you don't see coming is the one that drop you. And that's, kind of what happened with Garville. he got tired and didn't see that punch coming. He got dropped. And Dirrell got more power than Garville. You know what I'm saying? He got a good jab too. But if Dirrell gonna win this fight, I think it's gonna be countering and timing David Benavidez. I think it's gonna be slipping and just and just rolling with punches and punching with him. That's gonna be his best bet. But if I'm Anthony Dirrell, I try to outmaneuver him. I try to box. I try to fight in spurts. Probably down. I save my legs. I hold on. I fight on the inside. I touch him up to the body a lot early on. And then I start coming upstairs. I start rolling shots, coming over with the counter right hand, left hook right hand combination, punching with him. But I think early on for Anthony, to kind of even up the age difference, start beating Dirrell to the body early and often, and then catch him upstairs and punch in between them. For Benavidez, what he need to do is just be him. Use your jab. Kind of shorten your combinations early. See if he's trying to punch with you. If not, the important combinations on them 2, 3, 4s, and just 5, 6, 7 in the combination. I think for him it'll help for him to go to the body as well. But he got to be cautious because Anthony Dirrell will punch with his combinations. He will punch in between them. So I think he should keep him guessing 1, 2, then maybe a 1, then maybe 3, 4, and keep him off rhythm. But he's very creative with his combination punches. I think body work going to be very, very important in this fight for both fighters. I think Benavidez should go to the body, to the older fighter, slow him up, and then at the end maybe he can press him. But I obviously think this fight is going to be a lot closer than everybody say. Everybody think Anthony Dirrell going to get blew out. Yeah, he was talking about retirement. Yeah, I didn't like his language or his body language about fighting Benavidez. He kind of seemed to be putting in the same predicament as Sean Porter. And what I mean by that is Sean Porter didn't want to fight Errol Spence. He had the interviews when T Street asked him, he said, I don't see Errol Spence as invincible. I only want to fight Danny and Keith and all that other stuff. Same thing with Dirrell. I didn't like his energy about fighting David Benavidez at all. And he's forced to fight him. So now he's forced to match gangsters with David Benavidez. And you know what? If he's thinking about retirement, maybe he go out with a big hoorah. Love the Michigander in this fight, but I think he might have one in him. But it's going to start with body work. It's going to start with a jab. It's going to start with countering David Benavidez's combination punches. And once he starts checking Benavidez's chin and start touching the body up, I think if this fight going to the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round, I think he's going to have an opportunity to steal it and possibly stop David Benavidez. Now, Benavidez, if he goes to the body early and then he start, changing the paces up this combination, maybe a jab, maybe a 1, 2, maybe 2, 3 in a combination, then 4, 5, and then go back to pop shot and then go and keep him off balance, to the point where when Anthony Dirrell trying to punch with you. If you keep Anthony Dirrell hands home and start riding off on him with combination punches and touch him to the body just enough, he should come out on top in this fight. But to me, it's a very intriguing fight because David Benavidez hasn't fought nobody as good as Anthony Dirrell. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody want to look at the results. All he beat Garville twice. That's it. He beat Porky Medina. Only thing Porky Medina really did was knock out Jalen Love and leave him twerking. He did stop Mama's boy Dennis Douglas, and that's a hell of a win for him. And I know people say, well, Dirrell struggled to quit versus the Mama's boy. I don't know what happened. But at the end of the day, I think this is last hurrah. 34 years old. He already thinking about retirement. And I think he going to show up and show out. But I'm going to say I got Benavidez winning unanimous decision. I'm going to say unanimous decision. I'm going to say he win by 3 points. I think it might be a knockdown in there either way. But I think he won by 2 or 3 points. I think he's a younger fighter. They fighting in Southern California. So he already up 2 points because they need to see a Latino or Mexican fighter on that card. That's what you got to understand. They need to see that on the card, see them win. So they not about to let all them black people get their win. So Dirrell got to understand he need a knockout or he needs some knockdowns just to leave out there with a decision. So I'm a favorite Benavidez to get the unanimous decision by 2 points. It'll be a tough fight, great experience for him. And I think he's going to go on to be a great champion and continue his reign of terror at 168. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos in addition to that. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing. Get your 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. Website, promo code in description. Goodfellow Unboxing. Get your 18% off them 100% all natural products. Website there as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be dropping the Earl Spence, Sean Porter prediction on Monday. And let me know if I got it right, got it wrong, you agree. And I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view card. I'm looking forward to Ant and David Benavidez. One time for